People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.gmail.com. And I'm braiding the wig, or I braided the wig so I can have a braid out pattern, kind of like my own hair. So for this is just wash, gave it a shake, let it go. But when I do a braid out, it basically looks like this, except for the waves are more controlled instead of frizz, met, frazzle, met, hey, here you be. Anyway, because the wig is made out of this material and says flame resistant, that means I can change the pattern and the style of the fibers from straight to curly to corkscrew to wavy to whatever in 5 minutes. Okay, if I was doing this with a human wig, you would have to boil it for 20 minutes at least. But I'm going to show you what I did. Well, first I have a Dutch oven. This one I'm boiling coconut oil in it just so I can basically restir it, because I accidentally let it boil dry, and you can't do that with non-stick pans. And if nothing else, I'm going to have it professionally resurfaced or just buy another one, because these are very inexpensive, but I don't want to throw out a pan if I don't got it. But in the meantime, I filled this up with water all the way up to here and boiled it. And then I put the wig in my strainer basket. Oh, that's still hot. Anyway, this is a strainer basket. As you can tell, it's got a slotted edge. I just literally put it in there. Got that water nice and hot. Dumped it on top, and yeah, so it's been sitting there for the better part of 20 minutes just to cool down. But since it was boiled water, after 3 minutes it's already done. And then the only thing you have to do is take some cold water and put on top of it. So that takes about 2 minutes for that process to finish, and then you're done with it. But yeah, the conditioner, the oils, all that stuff that I had in here makes the water look a little murky, but yeah. So then when you drain it out, I mean, the water, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Hold on. My pretty. See? That's got a bunch of suds and stuff in it because, yeah, I have some conditioning agent in there. So now that that's done, I can just go ahead and put cold water in there. And when it's dry, it will look like a braid out, because, well, the braids are in there, and the braids are going to dry permanently to that fashion. And if it doesn't, we just add more hot water and continue on. Now, when I do this with a human hair wig, I just literally, you know, get it into the pattern I want and then boil it for at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour, depending on, you know, the circumstances. Like, if I'm using human hair that's, shall we say, has a issue of being thick or stubborn, shall we say, like really thick hair that can be coarse or whatever, if you're trying to change the texture, a little dip is not going to do. You're going to have to boil it long enough to change the texture and put in the new texture. In other words, the first 10-20 minutes of boiling it is relaxing the texture that it came with, and the other 20 minutes is putting in the new texture. In other words, it's almost like when you wet curly hair and it does the relax thing, and then when it dries it goes back to a curl pattern. Well, anybody that has curly hair will tell you when the hair gets wet, depending on the temperature, if you put ice cold water on hair that's already wet from washing with warm water, it's going to freeze in place. That's how you get the corkscrew curls. If you want it a softer, wavier pattern, you leave it with warm water. So basically you can manipulate how things are with the temperature of the water. But when you're doing that to change the pattern permanently, then you have to follow the same procedures and then add time. So with the synthetic hair, you only need 3 minutes. I give it 5. And as you can tell, we've been on this video for more than 7 minutes. So yeah, I give it however much time it takes to cool down, and then I just let it dry completely in that format before I take it loose. So basically I'm going to wear it as a braided hairstyle for a week after it dries, and then I'm going to take it loose, do the braid out, give it a good swish with some soap and water, basically wash it, but it'll be in that pattern permanently. When I do this with human hair, that's when you take the you can either do a braid and put a ponytail holder at the end of the braids, or take some aluminum rods and wrap it around the hair and boil aluminum boils and transfer the heat beautifully. And then when you take it loose, it's that pattern forever. Too bad you can't do that with your regular hair, because there are times I want my hair to be more wavy and it doesn't happen. And then there are times when I straighten my hair, and if I just think about water, you can feel the curls just coming right back. Anyway, I just thought that I still crack me up. I thought I'd share that. This has been People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. My t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.gmail.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye now. That's how it's going to dry in that braiding pattern. Bye now.